And I've heard that with a lot of other pieces of technology. Big companies using X, thus it must be good enough for me. I actually think it's often the exact opposite. A lot of the patterns and even outright technologies that large companies use are the worst thing you could pick when you're just starting out, or if you're a single developer or a small team, because these things are designed to work with much larger teams and in much larger companies with all sorts of different considerations and specializations. And a stomach for a different level of complexity. When you're trying to serve 1.5 billion people, you just have different problems than what we're trying to solve at Basecamp. We're trying to solve sort of servicing a few million people at the most, right? And different orders of magnitude. And the correct and applicable patterns and practices that are relevant for someone trying to solve for a solution space of a few million people or less are just very different from the kind of people like Facebook who have tens of thousands of people working on the product and are trying to solve for 1.5 billion. And I think sometimes people just get enamored with this, oh, I wish I was Facebook. So if I just start using their tool set and their methodology, maybe I'll become Facebook. No. Do you know what? Have you looked at any history of actual Facebook? Do you know what their code originally looked like when Zuckerberg wrote it? I don't think there's any of those practices left anymore at the company, right? Because they evolved and they turn into something else. But if Facebook had started out with the heavy duty patterns and practices and methodologies that they're using now, if Zuckerberg had to do all of those things as just developer one, Facebook would never have happened.